Hi, back again to the second part of our interior living room tutorial. Today we won't make that one. So to get that, we add mesh an UV sphere. Can take here the segment or rings higher if you want that. I'll let it like it is. So I scale set to make them a little bit oval. Grab. Then this part here should be on the bottom, so that is the smallest part. That means we have to take here something like this whole stuff here. Then we can take the proportional editing that is here, and that is correct. Good. Then we grab now to the z-axis. So grab Z, and now you see I can handle with the rolling the mouse button. I can say how much I will control from that object, and so I can bring this form till there. That is okay. And for the top we need also such that fits. So I make the same there, grab Z and bring them a little bit more. Oh, we have select both. That I don't want. I only want that one. So have that and grab Z, C. So that is our cushion there. We go here to the arrows. That is too round, too. So we scale it in the set a little and take here object shade smooth. Now we need this material. We are in perspectivic mode, so we press numpad 5. Then we are in orthographic view, so we see directly from the front. That's better. That here is not far enough in, so we have to bring it there, that it is more flat. Grab Z. Yes, good. Now we want to place a texture on it. For that we must unwrap that object and we must place seams. As I said in the last tutorial, that are the lines where the 3D object get cut off, and then you can make an unwrap, and then you can place textures there. So we make here a seam down, and at the back side one that goes around. There he cuts that object off. Mark seam. So now we have to apply the size of that object. So apply the scale. Then we need a material, so we go to material, place a new one, and call it wolle. I don't know the name in English at the moment, so we take that. We mark all and hit U to unwrap that. We go to the UV editing, and we see he tries to open up that whole thing, but so we can't use them. Here's the bottom, and that is the whole side thing. But we can't plug there something on because he stretched that then over the whole size, and that we don't want. And for that there is a tool, an add-on you can use for that. So we have to search that. Edit preferences. There we have the add-ons, and this add-on is called UV squares. So UV export, UV magic. So we don't have it, so I must search it. Blender add-on UV squares. I don't know, that works in 2.8, we will see. Blender add-on for reshaping UV squares. Yep. Here it is also. Look what we get there. That should be it. UV squares, yeah. I download that file. Zip download. I have downloaded. Go to my download folder and unzip that. Then I must install it in Blender. So I go to Blender. And here at the preferences, and here you can say that we want to install an add-on, and now we give them this folder from download, that we can delete for sure. Downloads. But where's the folder? I don't see them. See. Document settings. He doesn't make it. That is bad. Install from file. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, we will find it. It is a zip file for the research. Okay. Install. He don't makes me that easy. He don't shows what I want to see. Yeah, new version, no new problems. That's like ever. But that is the way. Install. I must go to my download folder. But you don't show them. That is the problem. My download folder is here, but I can't see them. That is very nice. So we place it on the C. That is maybe best part. Copy that and bring it to the C directly. So UV square master. Go back here. And we say on the C, UV square masters, UV squares, and now we have them. We click here this box to activate them, and he says us where we can find that. That is UV editor in the end panel, UV squares. Okay, it is now activated. So we go to this folder, and now it must be here in the panel here, N. Must look where we have it. UV squares, there it is. And now we can say you should stretch that to a straight line. And now we have here a straight line, and there we can plug textures on. But we must here select that all that is important, that all is selected. Without that we get problems. Good. But he does it, okay. So we need now this wool material. So we go here to shading. That is our wool material. And so we need a texture, add texture, image texture, plug the color into the base color, open up our texture folder. I have it from textures.com. There you can get it one. Use nodes, preview. There we see now the wool. And we want to see it on our stuff, and we have it there, but we want to have it a little bit smaller, a little bit big, so we go here to the UV, change that. We scale that simply. Then you see this more or less of this part. It's, yeah, I can make it a little bit smaller, I think. So we scale it simply here. Such like that. Good. But it's only a texture now, it has no depth and nothing. And we want to change that, so we go to shading. And the material should be more, yeah, to have the shine of that wool material. So we plug one into the displacement that makes it more 3D look. That is a hard 3D look. That's too much, so we have to add converter mass node and set that to multiply and go down with the value to 0.03. So we have that little 3D effect, you see it there too. And we place it into the roughness, so we get more the shiny effect there where we want. Good. This shiny effect should be more at the front, not on the back. So we have to invert that. Convert color invert. Now the front is more shiny than the place down under there. Good. So we have our wool seat there. When you want to change the color, you can, yeah, we make that, okay. It is more beige. So we take here add color, mix RGB, plug that between. Now we can give here a second color to them. So when we go there and take the pipette, then we can click here and you take that color and you see it there. And here you can say how strong that should be. We take full power. But this 3D effect here is too hard. So we should go down with the multiply. So I think 0.06. But it is too much glossy. We go here a little bit higher to get that effect more, but we take then the roughness must be changed. So we have inverted the roughness, and we need now here a color ramp. So converter color ramp There we can handle how glossy that should be, and that is too much. So we go here, back. Then we can handle how glossy that should be. And we have here clear code. That is also for yeah, for this stuff. That gives the shine of some stuff. From far away, that is too hard. 0.05. That is too less if you ask me. It's not easy. But nobody says it should be easy. Good. Can make here an add. That was not the point that I want. We can try here add color an RGB curve. Then we can change the color also. We want to make it in the yellow part, the change. That is to I will just play a little bit around to get that correct color. Yeah, that is nearly what we see there, but it can be a little bit darker. No, that was too much. That is good, but it is too lightened. So we can play here with the select add color contrast. So we can make a more hard contrast in there. You see how it changed there directly. And here we can say how dark or lightened it should be. For me that is good. We make that a little bit smaller. And maybe the texture should be a little bit bigger. So we go here to our UV and scale the whole stuff there. Yes. I think that is a good one. Good. We have that also. So we can go to the next one. Mystery thing, but okay. We'll make the table there. So we take add measure cylinder. That is too much, so we take it 24. That is enough. We scale down. We scale into Z. Then we have that one that we will lean a little, so rotate. That is enough leaning. Then we have to make that straight, but before we have to make the loops in for the shading, and for sure to make that later straight. So good. We take here one word. We take this whole part here with background selection, C circle selection, and scale C0. So we have that, and here we make the same scale C0. Good. We give that the shade smooth, and we have to mark seam that here also. So we go here to our axis, proportional editing is on, we must disable that. Now we can handle them free. So we want to mark seam here, so mark seam, and at the down part 2, so we take that one, place them down there, and mark seam, and one line at the back where nobody sees it, mark seam. Good. File, save. We give them a material, new material, and call it table cylinder. Table cylinder. Use nodes. Preview. We go to shading, and we now need here seamless wood texture. So I go to my texture folder. You can get them from textures.com. So let's look which one is the best for that. I think that one here is nice. So I copy that and bring it in my texture folder for this model. That is here. And that we use now on our cylinder there. So add texture, image texture, color to base color, open up, and get our wood texture on. So we go and have to apply the scale and rotation of the object. Then we have to mark all and hit U to unwrap that. Then we have to go to the unwrap, and here you see that are the top parts and that is the other part. And this other part we want to have there our wooden texture. So we have here our texture, and that we want to place here on the object. So we get it there. Table cylinder, use nodes, preview, and here I want to go a little bit near that I see that correctly. So come on here. Yeah, we see it lightened. It is a very light material, so we can't see there much, but we can scale that in the X a little so that it's a little bit rougher. And now you see it here, it appears on this stamp there. Good. So we have that wood there. We can make the down part a little bit smaller than the top part, so Control plus and scale that a little to get there more this effect. Good. But this material isn't perfect, so we have to go to shading and bring their 3D effect on. So we get it here in the displacement. See what happens. And we have to make that a little bit less. So with the convert the math node with a multiply and last value 0.005. See, we have a little effect, and that is K. Can be a little bit less, but K 0.02. Good, nice. And then we have the roughness, so it only closed there where it should close and not overall. See there. Good, we have done that too. You can handle the glossiness with a color ramp also if you want. I think I get there a little bit contrast in, that makes it a little bit sharper. Add color, bright contrast between the color, and then the contrast should be higher up. 4 is a good value, and we have that wooden stuff there. The roughness, our nice roughness there. I must find the right angle to see that good. Here we see the glossiness that we can handle with the color ramp, so add converter color ramp. There we can handle the glossiness, how strong that should be. That is too glossy, too shiny. I think that one is a good one. Good. So that wood is ready. File save. We look from the top. So numpad 7. Then we go here to modeling. Numpad 7. Rotate. Shift D, make a copy. Now we have to mirror them. So object, mirror, interactive mirror, hold middle mouse button and move the mouse as long as you need to get it in the right position. I apply the rotation scale before. Object, mirror, interactive. There it is. So we have that both. And now we take this both, Shift D, make a copy, and mirror them. We can join them before, so we join them together as one. And now we have to mirror that, but before we must apply the rotation scale of the object, and then we can mirror them. So that is our table stuff. You see that is more like there, so we can plug this part more till there. We can take that one, oops, and bring it there, rotate, so that should be that part. We can make that with the other parts also, so we go there, rotate, and bring it there. Good. So this part is done, but I will bring them here more till there. Good. That can be this table. We have the top part of it. So we take their object, add mesh cylinder. Here we need more, 32. Then we scale in the z-axis, scale that down to the size that we want to have. Then we scale it in the z2, make it a little bit bigger. Control edit mode, Control R, give there a middle part, scale. Control B, give there a bevel, roll the middle mouse. Same on the top and the down part, Control B, and bring the little bit bevel in. B. Control B. Good. So we have that. We give there a smooth on. And here we need to unwrap that too, so we have to mark seam that and unwrap that. That means we take the down part and here set mark seam, then one line at the back, UV mark seam, and that's it. Maybe we mark here this top line too, that makes it easier. Good. Then we have changed the size and all. So apply rotation scale, new material, call it table plate. Use nodes, previous on. Just go to shading. We need, I think, a marble texture or such will look fine. So I go to my texture folder and look for marble. You can get it from textures.com. Here is marble, 700 resolution. It's less, but okay. We take that one, I plug it in my folder for that project. There it is, white marble, and go to my shading of the material and say there texture, plug in an image texture. Color should be connected with the base color. We open up our texture, marble, and here is the same as before. Here you see the marble now. Yeah, that is the problem. We must scale that later correctly. So when we go to UV editing and we look here on the side, it is too much stretched. That is this part here. So we scale that in the X maybe. You will see. Yeah. Now we see that looks better. Here the front part We can also scale. You look here, our material, the white marble is there. We take that here and scale that up so we have a sharper texture there. Good. It's marble, so take here a gloss for sure and a little bit of displacement, but only a little. Better nothing. I will add the displacement, but we give them roughness. Now I must search an angle where I can see the glossiness. That is depend on the light source from where it comes from. There you must go in an angle of 45 degrees, and then you can see the the reflection of the light on this marble. Good. I don't see it. So we hope that we get it better with a color ramp. And now we can handle here this value of glossiness. Now you see here it appears. Yeah, here you see it, but it is wrong turned. This part should be dark and not reflective. The other should be reflective. So we have to change that completely. That means black should be white and white should be black. So now we have there the better glossy. Can bring that here back. Search here for the value. That here. It's too much. That. That is nearly good. A little displacement maybe can help, but not that much. So we also get a converter with a math node, a multiply, and a value of 0003. But multiply. So there we have that effect a little bit more, but it is too hard. So we get a 0 there, and the shine, it is a little bit too glossy. So we get here a little bit less. There. That is good. The base color is a little bit too unspectacular for me, so we take their bright contrast and bring them more contrast in. That makes it a little bit better to see, and a little bit darker maybe, and we see that better. Good. That I don't like. That should be near when you ask me. That is all too far away. I don't like that. There it is so, but okay. And this color of this wood is not good. We should take another one. Good. So we go to texture folder again. Can get it by textures.com. And I search another wood. Material. I think that one can be good. Yeah. I take that one, copy that and bring that to our folder, and we replace that with that. So we go in there, table cylinder, and this should have shading, the other textures. So we open up and give them that texture. Use node. See now there. Looks better, but it is much too glossy. So we go here back with the glossiness. Yes. And we should rotate the UV or such. Must look. So we have that. I rotate that. Rotate X 90 degrees. That looks better. And I scale that. Point where it looks good. Yeah. Here should good. It can be a little bit rougher, so scale up. More. Good. We don't well get that much better. There's art to get there the right stuff. And the contrast here is too high, so we must go here a little bit back. Good. And here we need the same material, so we can take the same material, add all this stuff. And we can delete the other stuff there. Good. But it is too glossy. I reduct that to a little, only a little shine. Here we have to rotate this whole stuff. So rotate X 90. Yeah, here too. Rotate X 90. Done. That one is done. Okay. So, but I don't think they are that far away. Better is that here. So a little bit more in the middle. It's more likely. So that I think makes more sense for me. Good, we have now the table, so we can join that all together. Object join, and now we have done this table and discussion there. Good. So that was it for this part. Next part we see what we do then. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.